Hi, everybody. I'm back. I'm really curious. Why do we need to know? Simple question, right? It is a simple question. Why do we need to know certain things? Why are we unable to just rest in the mystery of what might be and what might not be? How many times did I say, oh, I know that's going to happen, or I know that this is going to be what it's going to be, or oh, that's it. And I got to tell you something. Most of the times I'm not, well, not wrong, but I'm not right. It may have the same energetics, it may have the same presence, but it's not what I thought it was. And one of the things that I've learned over the years is to really let go of that knowing, to not even need to know. I mean, I remember when I moved to Arizona, and I literally just put my arms up, and I could only put one arm up because I'm holding the phone, and said, where am I to be? I know that I'm going to be guided to wherever my energy is required, okay, or where I'm to go do the next step in my life. And I actually did that. It was pretty brave of me back then, but I did that because I had already gone through some healing and I knew that I could trust that energy that comes from the belly rather than I have to know. And what happened to me was that I started to actually see that what I know up here isn't necessarily what I know down here in my solar plexus and my gut. And I've learned over the years to really, really listen to the gut because the gut is always going to give me the truth. I trust that 100%. Now, I'm saying that with a discerning mind, with intelligence, with calmness and not impulsivity. Okay? So to really, really listen to what it is that we might desire, what we might think we know, but really rest in the place of, I don't really need to know up here because I really, really, really know in here. So I'm going to ask you the same question. Are there experiences, are there examples of you where you could separate out your knowing up here and your knowing in your gut? When you know up here, is it the same knowing that you get in your gut? When you know in your gut, do you trust that that's all there is to know? Or if you get in your gut a knowing, are you able to sit back and say, I don't need to know up here. I don't need to know up here because I know in my gut. It's a energetic place to come from, obviously. But you know what? You don't have to give up the intelligence, okay, or the three. You better not. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't mean you better not, but I wouldn't give up the 3D. 3D is critical. We have to stay grounded and we always have to stay in our bodies. If we're not in our bodies, then we can't trust any level of knowing. If we're not in our bodies, and I just got chills on this, guys, if we're not in our bodies, we cannot trust our knowing. Our knowing. That's enough. Our knowing. So ask yourself, why do I have to know? And where do I have to know from? And look at the differences. Look at what you know up here. And look at what you know in your gut. And take that in. I was going to say compare it, but I don't want this to be a comparison. I want this to be a revelation. I want this to be I want to invite the revelation. I want to invite the wow factor, the aha moment factor. The aha moment factor that, oh my gosh, I have no clue what I'm doing up here, but I absolutely know what I'm doing in my belly. Listen, I was a clinician, I was a scientist. I always was in my mind until I started to allow myself to be in my heart and my belly, because that's really where I reside. And you can bring your mind and your body together. And that knowing, there's nothing greater. So the next time you say, I don't know what's going to happen, or what if this doesn't happen? I think it's got to be this way or that way. Just take a breath and say, why? Why do I have to need to know? Let me just ask myself, okay? Myself, to just give it a moment, give it a day, give it a week, give it whatever. You will feel in your body exactly what the answer is. I trust that, and I do hope that you will be encouraged to trust that. That's another huge door opening for everyone. It was a huge door opening for me to get so much out of my intellect and mind and go into my belly and my knowing. All right. It was great talking. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.